Well, there are a lot of communities in Houston where families have lived in the same home for generations. When parents or grandparents die, they never formally or legally pass the home on to their relatives.
So many times there are issues with property deeds and home ownership down the road. In this week's Ask Amy, Amy Davis is explaining what you can do now to prevent big problems. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Owen, Sophia. This is something a lot of families don't even realize that they need to do until it's too late. People who live in homes that have been in the same family for generations that are never legally transferred to a new owner. They usually realize the importance of doing so when the home is damaged, like in a flood or a storm, and they need assistance to make repairs. Or like the McGee family. I introduced you to these guys last year. Desmond and Daryl had an issue with the solar panel contract that their mother signed before she died. Well, the adult children couldn't end the contract that was in her name along with the home. The family got help sorting out the property ownership issues from the Earl Carl Institute at Texas Southern University's Thurgood Marshall School of Law. Executive Director Kelly Austin joined me for today's Ask Amy episode to talk about what families who can't afford wills and probate should do.
One of the ways that you can do that is through a transfer on death deed, and that is a document that an owner would fill out while they are alive. They would file it into the real property records, designating who it is that they want to become the owners of their property after they pass on. And then once that person has passed, there's an affidavit that is completed by the heir. The heir would file that affidavit into the real property records, and that title would transfer. So you don't need to go to probate. You don't need to do anything else. And it's the easiest way to transfer title to real property.
Now, you can also split the ownership between several people, like siblings. The Earl Carl Institute for Legal and Social Policy has free estate planning clinics to help families sort out all of these details. And you can find that information on clicktohouston.com. In today's Ask Amy episode, we also talk about student rights and what you should know if your child gets in trouble at school. That episode streams on KPRC2 Plus at 11 o'clock today.
Another good one.
Yeah, so that's out of TSU.
I realized it was so easy to get that done, and it's something obviously many families have overlooked over.
Exactly. If you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't need a will, I don't have, hundreds of thousands of dollars of things to pass on, but I do have this home, they say that's what you should do. It's a transfer on death deed. We've got all those details on Click to Houston.
Very helpful.
Great option. All right, Amy, thank you.